Hi guys, today we will discuss the planning process. Then planning process, you people know very well, I think, what is the planning process. Because planning right now you understand their limitation, their advantages, and so many other things which will be related to the planning. Then you know better. I think planning bridges the gap between where we are and where we want to go. On a screen you will see the planning process will be there. It will be start from setting objectives, then developing premises, then identifying alternative courses of action, then evaluating alternative courses of action, then selecting the best alternative, then implementation of the plan, and then last follow up the action. Then one by one we will try to discuss it. Then first we will go with the setting objectives. The setting objectives, if we try to go with the setting objectives, then the every organization operates to achieve certain objectives. Objectives specify what the organization wants to achieve. Therefore, the first step in planning is to define and describe clearly the objectives of the organization and each department or unit within the organization. Once decided, these objectives should be communicated to all the units and employees. Then the first step of the planning process is relate to the setting the objectives. Under it, what we can do, we just try to decide the main objective of an organization. For example, objective of an organization could mean an increase in sales by 20%. Then you have need to decide it. Okay, what is your objective? Means here your objective is to increase the percentage of sale by 20%. Then now after this you have the next, that is a developing premises. Then the second step of the planning process is here is the developing premises. Then if you try to go with the developing premises, then developing premises try to tell you the planning is concerned with future which is uncertain, and every planner is using conjecture about what might happen in future. Therefore, the manager is required to maintain certain assumptions about future. These assumptions are known as premises. Premises are the base upon which plans are drawn. They may be forecast, existing plans, or past information. Then we have a next one that is related to the identifying alternative courses of action. When first two steps of planning should be over, then you should be go with the third step, that is related to the identifying alternative courses of action. Once the objectives and planning premises are established, it becomes necessary to discover the various courses of action which may be used to achieve the established objectives. These alternatives may be routine or innovative. Then the next one step of the planning process is evaluating alternative courses of action. Evaluating alternative courses of action. Then these steps will try to tell us, okay, that is the next step to weigh the pros and consequences of each alternative. It is necessary to evaluate the positive and negative aspect of each alternative in the light of the objectives to be achieved. These might involve a number of calculations to measure the cost and benefits related to an alternative. Then after the evaluation of the alternative courses of action, we have this selecting the best alternative. The selecting the best alternative try to tell us this is the real point of decision making. The best plan has to be adopted and implemented. An ideal plan would be the one which is most profitable, most feasible, and has the least negative consequences. Then we have the next step of the planning process is implementation of the plan or implementing the plan. Then implementing the plan means after evaluating, after analyzing, after identification, after setting the objective and developing premises, we have the next one, a step of the planning process, that is related to the implementing the plan. This step is concerned with putting the plan into action and doing what is required. The managers start communicating the plans to employees and initiate them to carry out the activities according to the specification of plans. Then the last one, content of the planning process, is follow up action. Then planning is a continuous process, so the managers keep on following up the plans to see that activities are performed as per the schedule or not. Monitoring the plans is important to ensure achievement of objectives. Then overall we can speak, if this type of steps as a planner you should be apply in your planning process, then 100% you will get the success. The all these steps you know better, the just we will revise it. It will be start from setting the objectives, means you have need to set your goal or object. Then you should be develop your premises according to your setting the objectives. Then you should be choose or select the various courses of action, by that you will try to get your object. Then you should be evaluate what are the alternative courses of actions should be there. You should be try to check it, what are the positive aspects of the alternative courses of actions or negative aspects of the alternative courses of the action. Then after you will go with the one best alternative which is suitable for getting the object of your organization, which you will pre-decide. Then you have a need to implement the task, or we can speak implement the plan. And then after for implementation you have need to go with the follow up the action, and by this way your planning process is finished. Okay, have a good day guys.